best friends, got each other's back. We used to cruise around with a bass to the max. Everyone in school, while I was in the lab, cooking up some beats that would turn into tracks. High school chillin', I was on a mission. I had bigger dreams of being a musician. Teachers always talked, but I couldn't seem to listen. I lived in a fantasy land, they called it fiction. But I was gonna be big one day, playing shows on the road to a sold out stage. Nobody really cared or believed I would make it anywhere close, I would fail and fade. But that's cool, I love that, cause any little doubt gives me energy back. And now, I'm in a place where I'm glad I never gave up on the dreams I had. And big dreams lead to big things, and big swings lead to big rings. Championships or the big screen, anyone who did anything took a big swing. And big dreams lead to big things, and big swings lead to big rings. Championships or the big screen, anyone who did anything took a big swing. Yeah, let's go. So if you want something big, you gotta swing fast, swing hard and commit. You might miss 10 times, but when you win, just make sure that you get all of it, okay? People at the top took risks. Investing and testing is all that they did. It's not complicated, it just takes grit. So never give up, take a swing at it. And big dreams lead to big things, and big swings lead to big rings. Championships or the big screen, anyone who did anything took a big swing. And big dreams lead to big things, and big swings lead to big rings. Championships or the big screen, anyone who did anything took a big swing.
Hey guys, what is up? Welcome to the Pick and Roll Podcast, episode 132. I'm here with Blaze Radio and Rio from the Just Friends Podcast. How you guys doing?
Chilling.
In the shade, man. I was mowing the lawn earlier. I'm exhausted.
You're exhausted. Still waiting for Coach to pop on in soon, but hey, let's just get this thing started. I found this thing online. It's not a grid, Blaze. It's not a grid. So you have a budget to make your own lineup. What? Let me turn these things off here. Let me turn that off.
I gotta pull the stream out so I can see it.
Oh shoot! I forgot.
No, I see it. I brought my laptop. I forgot laptops are actually portable. I felt like going outside and doing it on location. My internet's doing pretty good right here in the back of the house. So.
And Arku goes Blaze on the streets again.
Yeah, that summer league, like last summer, it fell on. They only did Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday this year. So us moving to Thursday, I couldn't go down there and do it. And they just ended it.
Oh, really? Oh, that's cool.
The one that little Brawny played in a couple years ago. That's my hero now, Brawny.
So let me know when you can see it, Blaze. You good?
I can see it. I've seen it since you put it up.
Pause.
I got it.
Oh,
jeez.
Okay. You set me up for that one.
At least you didn't have trouble getting it up.
Yeah. Okay.
Rio, there you go. Thanks, Rios. Yeah.
You want to start off? Let's go with $15. I don't know.
$15, huh?
Yeah.
All right.
I can't see the bottom ones.
Okay, let me turn off their.
I know who they are, but you got your ticker over top of it, ticker boy.
I'm good. It's down. All right, there you go. We're gonna start up. We're gonna do $15. So whoever went, Rio should start off with you. It's tough because I've been trying to do this and I still couldn't figure out a lineup.
Okay. Damn. Come back to me. I'm gonna need a second.
Yeah, this normally I try to be difficult and different with these because like most people are like 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Oh yeah, one from each row is 15. But
Yeah.
it doesn't specifically say you have to take one from each row. So you can
No,
be
you don't.
creative. And that can be like AD, Brunson, Wemby, and that's $9.
We can do $20 if you guys want.
And
I'll
I
take
still got
50.
6. No, 15's fair because that's the way these work because that's the total of the dollar amounts.
Okay, I think I'm ready now.
Yeah, go ahead with him then while I figure mine out.
So
All right,
I'm gonna
I'll
go,
just go. I'm better on the fly.
Joker.
No, he's
was
going to go.
Rios?
Rios got it, Mitch.
Oh, okay.
Rios is ready. Go ahead, Mitch. Rios.
I'm gonna go Joker at the 5. Then give me KD.
Okay.
Then give me Kawhi.
Okay.
$3. And then Ja and Jalen Williams.
Okay. Hey, Coach, how's it going, man?
What's up, guys? How are you?
Coach in the
Alright.
house. I'm on vacation. Staycation. As they call
we're
it.
doing
Definitely have a good
$15 and create your own lineup, Coach. $15. Anyone in the chat can play on as well. So I'm gonna go with Curry. Curry at the 1, and then I'm gonna go with Edwards at the 2. So that's 9. I'm gonna go Wemby. That's 12. I'm gonna go. I'm Jaylen Brown at 3, and then I need the 4, Evan Mobley. There you go. All right, so Coach Blaze, whoever wants to go, you can go. Brandon's got Jokic, Shea, Booker, Halliburton, and Siakam. Okay, that's different. He picked 2 $5.
Yeah, that's what I'm about to do.
Go for it.
I'm about to do the same thing. You stole my thunder. I mean, I was originally just going to go one in each row. So if I did one in each row, I could do it real quick. Ja, Booker, AD. I'm trying to not pick the ones you guys. Ja, Booker, AD, Luka, Giannis. But I want to go 2 5s. I'm going to go Shea and Joker. So why not take the 2 MVP candidates? Shea and Joker. Booker, Halliburton, and Ja. 4, 5. There you go. 15. Boom.
I love how Blaze and I didn't even pick Embiid.
I want my guy to play at least half the year, you know.
Right? Right? That's me too. All right, Coach, who
Let's
you
start
got?
on that.
Just give me the bottom row.
He goes, I'll keep $10. He's like, I'm
I
gonna
never
pocket.
even thought of that.
I'm gonna pocket $10 and take the hungry boys down on the bottom, which would be a hell of a team.
That's still a good lineup, though.
I'm gonna take
That's
his
still a good
extra
lineup.
$10. I'm gonna take his extra $10 and put Curry and LeBron on my team. They're my bench players. Somebody got to use that $10.
Hey, I would have kept it. I would have kept the $10.
I know why you would have kept the $10. We know why.
Yeah. All right. So I thought we should do that for a change. So let's actually get right into it. CP3 is going back to the Clippers. Blaze, who called that a couple weeks ago?
Everybody on TV.
Okay. Okay.
He
1
was some
year.
short guy. I can't remember his name.
Yeah, I am short. 1 year, 3.9 mil. Are they getting older? Is this a retirement home? What is going on here? Let's start off with Blaze on this one.
I don't know. I mean, I've always out of that little crop of I guess old heads, if you want to call them that, and it's that's the world we're living in. Well, I've talked about it a million times. How it seems like we're in that right on that rift of the new talent taking over. Chris Paul, I'm glad he's playing another year. He announced that it's going to be his last, so you'll probably see maybe a rocking chair for him or a tribute video in Phoenix or stuff like that where he's played, which to me, he deserves it. I've always liked him. I mean, he works for the NBA as well. Like the dude wants everything for the best. There's really not a lot of bad things you could say about Chris Paul. I've always loved his game. I've never really heard him do a lot of takes. I don't know his analysis or how he talks about the game as much, but you know me, I like to focus on the on-court shit the most. And Chris Paul is a legend, man. I think he's one of my all-time favorites, if you really ask me. Just longevity and never really doing anything to give us, unless I'm forgetting something he did to give us reason to think he's not a great person outside of the game. But I don't recall anything. So Chris Paul definitely one that deserves the good send-off. And I just, I don't. You guys know how I feel about Harden. It's just not my type of player, and he is great too. How Kawhi doesn't really excite me, but I know how incredibly talented he is. But the question is, can they all play together, and what does each one have left in the tank? Those are two big questions. I don't really care about the Clippers that much, but I don't know. It's like you think, how many, you're going to hear the retirement home. There's not enough basketballs. We've heard that before. I mean, these are still team players that know how to play. I mean, just like I said last year, even though I didn't like the Clippers, I said if they would click during the season, they would be dangerous. And there was that run where they were the best team in the NBA for a few weeks. And that's because they were healthy and they were clicking and they were starting to gel. Now, whether, the little bits and pieces that they lost and gained make a big enough difference, I don't see them going very many places, even with those stars. It goes back to big three or putting a bunch of stars together and hoping they work. I don't know. Who's we talk about Houston, they bring in KD, but they have young people. We talk about, the Sixers. I know we got that little core of old people. We got a ton of young people too. Like most of these teams have, who's the young studs coming up to take over for the future of the Clippers in the next 5 years? That's where I'm at. The team might be good this year. How long does this group have to be together realistically? Can you say right now, because they got Chris Paul, they're contender to win it all? I mean, look at the West they're in, number one, and, age is going to be, I've always said, as long as you're old enough to play and you got it in you, go get your money, do what you love to do, and you're one of the best in the world. I don't think this is really a needle mover, but he has played there before, right? Correct me if I'm wrong.
Yeah.
Yes.
About 10 years.
Blake
So he
Griffin,
gets-
yeah.
So when you do that, at least he's going to get that nostalgia. He's going to retire with a team that he played for. So I get that part of it. You know what I mean? Like go somewhere where you've played before. If it was, Phoenix, he was there. I get that part. I want to see him have a good send off and go get him, Chris Paul. I guess I don't know, but it's going to be tough with this team. We talked about this last week. We went over this roster, and we said how basically, they got Bradley Beal. Yippee! They got Chris Paul. Yippee! He's coming off the bench.
Yep.
Well, that's just a personal bias. I'd play Paul over Harden, but Harden's still great. I know. I get it.
Yep.
I don't know. I would rather him go into Phoenix or somewhere else. Okay, that's my personal bias.
Rios, what about you, man?
I mean, 10 years ago, this would have been a killer team, but
Right.
it's 2025, and yeah, I mean, it's at best 7-8 seed in the West. I mean, it's just they'll be entertaining to watch, but they're not going to make any noise. They're not going to be true contenders. They're not even the best team in LA.
Yeah.
Coach,
Yeah, I'm here.
what do you have this?
Personally, I do like it. His addition. He's that wily old vet, and I know they have a lot of wily old vets there. They're a team that, if they stay healthy, they can cause problems for teams out there. So yes, they're the type of team that if you go to the rec club, to the Y, you have all the young teams out there, but then there's this little collection of veteran guys that are out there playing, and they're showing they still got game. And the young guys are like, get the hell out of here. Like, how are you doing that? And they can cause problems. And they can go on a nice little run, but then they're going to run out of gas. But this team being in the NBA, as long as they stay healthy and if they can gel, I mean, I said it last year. They gave Denver a go before going out. And I see them, same thing, as long as they stay healthy and they gel. I mean, you also have to look at their coach. They have one of the best coaches in the league. So it's like, okay, is he going to put them in the right position? Yeah, but everything with the Clippers to me says one thing, health. More than anything, it's health. And if they are healthy the whole year, they can position themselves to be, I think, probably anywhere from 3 to 5.
So for me, obviously it comes down to health. The Western Conference is loaded. They're trying to do something now before Kawhi Leonard. They did a good job. They did a good job with the bench. I feel like Brook Lopez, CP3 off the bench, because you got a Hall of Famer there, a facilitator, like I said before, someone to lead the offense. So for me, I'm looking at this as a Sixers fan. Blaze, I don't know if you saw my video or live or whatever. The Sixers have the Clippers 2028 draft pick unprotected. So that pick in a couple years could become really, really valuable for us. So I'm just sitting here laughing. Blaze, I don't know how you feel about that.
Well, that was one thing I was going to say. Like with the Clippers, you look at that team. We briefly showed it here, and we talked about it last week. And we were talking about, this, yes, and I agree with, both what you guys had to say. They can, there could be a part of the year once again this year, a 2-week, 3-week, maybe a month run where the Clippers are on point, they're all healthy, and they're just destroying teams. And that would not surprise me at all, because look at the talent they have on the top end, the veteran end. But my question would be, and I don't know how their salary is, their salary cap, their trades, can they trade, how their draft picks, how are they set for the future? We talked about this with Oklahoma and a couple other teams that are setting themselves up for the future with draft picks and, making it a place where people will want to come play. That's where I'm saying the Clippers, it is a good place for him to go, but it doesn't move the needle. Where's that young crop of talent? Like right now, and I think the Clippers, like I said, could do big damage in the West. They could be dangerous. Yeah. And it's kind of are in pretty much the same boat. Where if they stay healthy, they can be dangerous as well because of the top end talent. But that's such a big, like the other teams, some of the other teams, they could lose a second or third or fourth player and still contend, where those two teams, they lose one of those big pieces, and you see what happened last year. They just fold. There's no reason to even try type bullshit. So it's very interesting with the Clippers, but I would like to know, can they find a way to get picks for the future? Because like you guys just said, this is Chris Paul's last year. How long is Kawhi going to play? How long is Harden going to play? What's the future of the Clippers franchise? What's their outlook 5 years down the road? The old interview question, where do you see yourself in 5 years? The Clippers, yes, could be dangerous this year. And like Coach says, I might even stretch that out, Coach, to 2 or 7. They could be anywhere in the top 8 with a lineup like that, depending on health and how they play together. And I mean, you can throw Paul and Harden in there together in a lineup or two as well and fuck some defenses up big time with those two running around like crazy like they do. But I think they're missing that young superstar that could take over after this. Or a future. I think that could be a problem for this franchise.
You know who they got rid of? Norman Powell. They let Norman Powell, who was an all-star. I don't know who you got it, but he was an all-star player last year. And they let him go.
He was the one that got robbed from LeBron. He was the one that was supposed to take the place if LeBron couldn't play. Norman Powell was next in line. He would have earned that spot. He had the points per game. He was doing well because a couple of the other guys on the Clippers were out. So he was showcased most of the first half, and he was playing phenomenally. And that what irks me even more. I mean, because that notoriety for Norman, who knows? He might have went to the All-Star game and dropped 20 or 25 and then got more attention. And then who knows? That could have been a piece. I don't know how long he's been in the league either. He's not 2 or 3 years. He's been there for a little bit, right?
Who?
Norman Powell.
He's been there for a couple years. I think he was on the
Yeah.
Raptors at one point.
Yeah, but that's
Hold
one.
on.
That's
Yeah,
one
I'm
you'd
looking.
think they would try to lock down, so they're not just 4 old dudes. They
Right. I'm
got
looking it
someone
up
who
right
has
now.
some youth. Because how are they going to
So-
compete with some of these running teams like the Thunder and
He
shit
was
like
at-
that? You know.
Yep, he got drafted by Toronto in 2015, 2016.
So
was-
he's 10 years.
So he was there for like 5 years, then he went to, or 6 years, then he went to Portland, then he went to Clippers. So,
But he's a 10-year vet, is what I'm trying to say.
yeah.
So then that kind of takes him out of he's the young guy that's going to end up taking over in a couple of years. You know what I mean? So it's like, and maybe they couldn't pay him, and that did open the door for them to grab Paul and bring him for this swan song story. Yuppity yippity yeehaw. I don't know. What's up, HWS, my boy Hybrid?
Yeah. So, Coach, Nick has a question for you. How many minutes is Chris Paul going to play? Or going to play more than 15 minutes a game?
That sounds about probably
It
right.
sounds about right. Coming off the bench, he'll
Yeah.
be the 6th man probably.
Yeah.
I mean, last year, Legend, you would think they'd try to give him 15 minutes, but yeah, like you just said, he's listed as coming off the bench, so that's going to depend on who they're playing, who's sitting that day, who's injured, you know, because one of those guys takes a couple days off. Chris Paul's got that team that week. He could go nuts. He could also just be mediocre and play half of the game and just have decent stats just to get through his last season without an injury. You know, I'm sure he's part of his mind, not the main part, should be thinking about that too. Hey, I want to go out with a good season. Maybe we compete a little bit. I'm sure he's got to be
Yeah.
positive about it.
15, maybe pushing close to 18, if that,
Yeah, I
depending on the
think Danny's
situation.
right doing.
Yeah, 20 is like.
Well, their bench consists of Chris Paul, Chris Dunn, Derek Jones Jr., Nick
I like him.
Batum.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love Derek Jones Jr.
And
That
that's
was a
what I'm
big
saying.
hit.
To me, the assist number he's going to have with that team is more important to me. We know he can put
Mhm.
numbers up if he has to, if he's the man out there with the second string or whatever. But when he comes on and he plays with the starters when they need him, how many assists? Can he average 7 or 8 assists a game? Maybe that can be super valuable to this team. Where that's something he's been brilliant at his whole career. Let's be real.
What type of 3-point shooters do you have? Because if he gets paint touches and then kicks out, because I know Brook Lopez can hit the 3. We know that.
Yep.
You know, what about Jones? Batum
Go-
can.
They got all these iffy guys. That's what I'm saying. They
Yeah.
don't have that guy who could be a young breakthrough guy that if Chris Paul can distribute enough, now you got this second stringer who can end up being a starter this year or next year as these guys get older. I don't think they have that. They don't have that.
Did they draft anyone this year? And is that player a developmental type player who, you know, down the road could be that type of a player that you're talking about, Blaze? I mean,
Yeah, because you know
I
that
don't
we talk about that every year. There's those foreign guys that need development, 6, 17, 18-year-old guys that need yeah, you're right. That's a good point.
Mhm.
Hold on a sec. Sorry, there's something in my ear. All right.
I
Marcus
don't think they have
Smart.
a draft.
They don't what?
I don't think
I'm
they had
sorry.
a draft. Clippers.
Okay.
No,
Penn State.
no.
Yannick Conan Niederm. Who the hell is that?
Yeah. All right.
It was probably like what, a second round?
Last pick of the first round, they picked
Well,
Niederhauser from Penn State.
You got to see him play because it's just like the Knicks with the kid that they drafted, you know, out of France. I mean, everyone said the same thing. Diawara. I mean, you look at him.
Yeah,
and it's like-
Diawara traded the Knicks. That was the other one. So they only
Mhm.
have one draft pick this year.
But yeah, and how does this kid
It's
develop
not-
for the Clippers? Because, you know, you can't just say, well, they had a second rounder. He's, you know, there are some
I know.
second rounders that
Oh hell yeah!
that develop. So that's why I said, how do you develop him? That's why I put that on coaching. You know, right there. So to your point, what do they have in terms of youth going forward? So, but yeah, Blaze, you're right. You know, you guys are right. I mean, you know, give them the cane right now because they're, you know, give them the wheelchair. They're going to be rocking with me. So
I'm just praying for the Clippers' downfall because that draft pick in 2028
oh, look at
unprotected,
you, man.
if they get a
You're a
lottery,
damn
Yeah, I know.
vulture. You're a
Praying
damn
for the
vulture, man.
downfall.
Look at you. A
Hey,
vulture.
a lot of Sixers fans are. We need something.
Yeah, that Niederhauer kid, he's from Switzerland.
Oh,
It's different.
legendary.
He went to Penn State. I don't really follow Penn stuff. I follow football, not basketball that much.
I was like, wait, are you?
They've been better recently, but
Yeah.
all right. We talking about this Marcus Smart bullshit. We kind of got a sidetrack from that. I don't really care, but
I like it. I
Yeah, it's
actually
good.
like it because it gives them a grit guy. It gives them someone to, step up to other guys and everything. I like it for them. I do.
I'm gonna call them the BS Lakers now with LeBron's BS. Now you got Mark Smart's BS. They got a lot of BS out there at the Lakers team. It'll be interesting to watch. That'll be sure with him out there with that team.
So,
That's all I
Rios,
care. That's all I care.
how do you feel about Marcus Smart going to the Lakers?
Eh,
I like it.
doesn't really do anything for me. He's like,
Yeah, it's very meh.
Coach
I will say
Marcus
this.
Smart.
I will say this. Now, in terms of pure basketball, I don't think he's going to contribute a whole lot. Yeah, is he going to be gritty and things like that? Yeah. But I will say this. LeBron, he's not one LeBron can pump because he will go upside LeBron's head in a heartbeat. So it's like,
Very true.
I'm LeBron. I'm like, LeBron got to look at him and be like, no, I can't mess with that boy right there. So, but as far as basketball, you talking about not moving the needle? That doesn't move the needle for me. So
It doesn't, but for me, he goes right next to Luka for that defense aspect. Because we all know Luka's not that best defensively. So
Is that the first fight we hear of in preseason? LeBron and Marcus Smart start shoving in practice or something? Which I'm not saying it's a bad thing. I've always been, even as a coach, you see your players kind of scruff, that means they got passion. So I'm not against it. It just can't happen all the time or be a habit, or you got a player that just wants to do that majority of the time. But Marcus Smart has that thug mentality when it comes to playing, and I love players like that on your team. That helps alleviate a lot of stuff. He will come out as a don't fuck with me type of player, a get in your head with talking trash type of player, literally get in your face to try to take you out of your game. Like that's an assassin. That's one of those guys a coach says, okay, you go after this guy, get in his head. You take him out of the game, our players can strive. We got a better chance of winning this game. That's a strategy piece, which Marcus Smart is right now for JJ and that team, because JJ's a dickhead too. He always was a dickhead as a person. He's going to be a dickhead as a coach. And if he can use Marcus Smart as a weapon to piss teams off and get in their heads, by all means, go for it.
Yeah. And now, Rios, your Rockets made another move. Josh Okogie to a 1-year, $3.1 million deal. How do you feel about it?
Yeah, it's another solid piece off the bench. Because as we saw, the key to winning, the championship and getting far in the playoffs is having that bench depth. And they're solidifying the bench. So if one person goes down, you don't lose a ton of production when put the next man up.
Right. I like it for you guys. I really do. Coach Josh Okogie to the Rockets.
Who?
You stole my line.
I was just like, wait,
I
was like, who is this?
I literally just Googled him because I was afraid to go who and disrespect him because I don't want to do that. But go ahead, Coach. I'm sorry. That's amazing. I'm about to follow you. So go ahead.
I was just like, okay. I never heard of him. So it's like, cool. Go ahead, Wade.
This is where you guys in the chat, you got to realize that we are real. We are not people up here that are going to BS you and throw smoke screens like we fucking know everything. We're not going to tell you the whole starting five from the 1976 Celtics and all that shit, but we love our teams. We love basketball. So this is just a little side thing for a lot of other podcasts and stuff out there which think, that's you got to have that. This is a fun basketball podcast. And if anyone thinks any otherwise, because I don't know a damn thing about Josh Okogie either. And I was about to he stole my shtick. I was literally going to go, who? I no disrespect, but I don't know. I just looked him up. He scored 7.1 points a game, almost 3 rebounds with Phoenix and Charlotte last year. I couldn't tell you where he went to college, he's from Nigeria.
Yeah, he can shoot the three. He's very athletic, something that the Rockets are full of, athleticism.
You're full of something.
I am full of something. I am. That's you.
But we're talking about not moving needles. I mean, I get it. This is a story because of this. And I think Rios had the greatest point. Like, they have their top of their pyramid set now. You get a couple pieces because we're dealing with teams that have won championships the last year because they have solid pieces off the bench. And I'll take your word for it, Mitch, because I know you know your shit and you know basketball. So if you're saying this dude and Rios, if you're saying this guy could be a solid piece off the bench for a team that is so close to contending now, good for the Rockets. Great signing.
Yeah. I mean, I thought he would either go there or the Clippers.
Oh God, look send anybody. He's not old enough. He's not old enough for Clippers.
He's not old enough, but the Clippers are taking everybody. All right. So, Blaze, you did mention LeBron James's BS. Now he wants an Offensive Player of the Year for the NBA.
He's got to realize it's not his league.
I know.
You know, it's like I get it. You're allowed to have your opinion and all this, and once again, there's a huge separation for me and LeBron anymore. I've said it. I mean, the end of his legacy has me putting people like Steph and Kobe over him out of greatness, in my personal opinion now, and even Shaq. But I'll never discredit his greatness and what he's doing. But shut the fuck up, dude.
Because
he has right to speak. I will contradict myself. He has the right to speak. He is that big of a public figure where I'm the idiot in this thing by saying that. So I don't give a fuck. That's just how I feel about it.
He's trying to reach to get to Jordan. He's trying to get at everything possible. Offensive Player of the Year? Okay, let's do that. Let me get that.
Tell him to call me when he gets 3 or 4 Defensive Player of the Year awards, okay?
It's called the
In my opinion, he did get robbed of one. Mark Gasol, he did get
and
robbed.
he is a great defensive player. I'm not saying he's not good at defense at all, because we go back to the old blocks off the board and locking people down, old school LeBron. Now he can't play defense. He's too busy complaining to the refs and talking to fans and playing with his ball sack and doing a dance or whatever. It's like, or falling on the ground and peeking through his eye and all this crazy shit. Like I've never, as much of a legend as he is, I've never been so excited about him leaving the game. Actually, no, because I was such a hardcore Sixer fan back in the day and everyone was Magic and Bird, and I hated Larry Bird. I wanted him to fucking retire so bad every year. I was like, just leave. You're laying on your back and on your stomach on the side. Remember Larry Bird last couple years? He would like lay on the sideline because his back was so bad. God bless him. I mean, he played till he couldn't, but go away, LeBron.
Rios?
It's called the scoring title, LeBron.
Yeah.
Yeah, right?
Pretty much.
Amen. Simple.
Forced to try to surpass other people's legacy. It's just not going to work.
He wants to have his name on something. I made that change. I said that, and they did it. That's you better make it the LeBron James Offensive Player of the Year award too.
I wouldn't be surprised if he said
It's
that.
that's next.
Coach, LeBron, Offensive Player of the Year.
LeBron, you have the skill set, the ability to be that dominant as an offensive player in the NBA. So, JJ, let him go for it. Let him be one of the top Laker legends. Maybe he could step up into my stratosphere as the Diesel, as Superman, the Aerosol. So, LeBron, definitely go for it. I'm seriously I get it. And people don't like him and in the debate between him and MJ, and that's where I think a lot of people really have a certain disdain because but if LeBron I really believe if LeBron wanted to, he could average 30 points this year. He really can.
No doubt.
He's physically gifted offensively. I mean, first of all, physically gifted as a 40-year-old man. Think about it. This man has taken well care of his body. So I mean,
all right. I mean, interrupt you, but we need to talk about this. This is hot news that's been around for the last couple of days. I don't know if you guys saw it. Did you hear what Jeff Teague said about LeBron?
What?
On the podcast, Jeff Teague said LeBron used steroids big time. He's like, they were testing for HGH. He took 4 weeks off. He said his back was hurting him or his leg. He said he couldn't go through the test because he would fail. He was legit serious as a heart attack telling this on a podcast. Jeff Teague was like, listen, I'm serious as hell. Like, I know. Like, and then he went like this. He was like, I gotta say alleged after this. Legally he has to say alleged, but he was like, no, he used steroids. So let's talk about, and I'm a proponent of, I think Clemens and Bonds and Sosa and all them should be in, and that's a whole different story, but steroids. But does that taint it? Does that change how people think about it? We're giving him the benefit of the doubt that it's LeBron's work ethic and his nutrition. That's what's doing this. What if it was steroids? Does that take away from his legacy even more?
Say this to you, Blaze. I believe every professional athlete, that's including Michael Jordan, that's including Reggie White, including LT. I believe they all were using steroids, man.
Okay, but there's excessive and there's different ones. Maybe, there's ones that they can slide past and be used. And I agree with you. I think majority of them were and still are, because there's ways around. And if you've been around any professional or semi-pro or even D1, D2 athletes, they'll do whatever they can to perfect their profession and to protect their profession. And if they could do something where they think they can get past it, and I'm not disagreeing with you, I think a lot of them do. But now you got someone coming out literally like we thought about. I mean, look at his physique through his whole life. LeBron James still looks like he's 25 sometimes. So can it affect someone differently? Can someone that has more money get better steroids or more steroids? Could there be ones that are so unique that only LeBron and some, elite sons of bitches out there could get their hands on? I mean, we get into the medical industry, it's a big rabbit hole to go down. But if you have enough money, you can find cures and have things. So we don't know. Like, could this be that part of LeBron's strength, longevity, was all manufactured by drugs? We don't know. I'm not saying it was. We're accusing him. I'm saying allegedly.
But see, we're saying LeBron,
not all of it either. I'm not saying all of it. I'm saying it enhanced him more than others. Sorry.
And my thing is with Jeff Teague and this so-called alleged. I'm like, Jeff Teague, you were probably doing it too. You were probably running to the club, getting some sloppy.
But we're not talking about Jeff Teague is better than Jordan. We're not comparing him to Jordan. We're comparing LeBron.
No, but what I'm getting at is Jeff Teague is also trying to put his name out there.
Yeah, he's a whistleblower. So you're right. Yeah, his name is popular now too.
That's why I said
agreed.
A lot of them. I played D3 football. And I watched half my football team shooting up back in 1986, and I'm playing D3. So
now, if Jeff Teague goes mysteriously missing in the next week, not that I wish that, LeBron got his hitman after him for saying something or something, because he did backtrack quickly. Like if you watch the video, he says it, and then he's like, "Oh no, allegedly," he's like backtrack right away, and then they switch the subject. So it's like,
I don't take him seriously. I don't take what he's saying seriously because, again, for me, it's in sports. Period. It's in sports. And I'm sorry, what levels? There's different levels. Okay, I'll give you that. But I see it, man. Look, everyday life, man. Yeah, we don't realize the amount of steroids we take, whether it's in our food. You go to the local CVS and you get medicated. There is steroids everywhere at different levels. And then you go to a doctor and the doctor gives you
I'm on steroids right now. I'm on prednisone for the I have a pinched nerve in my back and it's going down my leg, and to alleviate some of the swelling and some of the the nerve tension, they gave me prednisone. So I'm on a steroid now, and it's like, well, yes, I'm a weakling, little skinny white dude, and it ain't gonna make me big. It's not that kind of steroid. There are many different types of steroids. That's what I'm trying to say, and it's
that's the point. Like that's the point. Like what I'm saying about Teague, the way he's making it sound like, oh, he was getting that needle and shooting it in his butt and going to that magnitude. And I'm like, come on, bro. Come on.
Yeah. Now, if he's like, hey, I saw LeBron in the locker room do some shit I never saw nobody else do. He pulled out something I never saw before. And what if Jeff Teague was like, you know what? I dabbled a little bit too when I was younger to get some strength and some weight, but I've never seen, and I asked around, none of us have ever seen what LeBron was doing. If it was like that, that's a little more extreme. So I get it. It's part of everything, and he's trying to make a name for himself too, but it's just like, I'm just sick of his name in the damn news. What's the next topic?
I'm just curious though.
Who does MMA? He's been saying it for over a decade on ESPN, and he was always in the ball ring. Like he. I mean, come on.
Let-
They showed his what was it, his agent or his manager, some fat dude. No, he was the one buying the steroids. Come on, man. Like,
Yeah. We get the conspiracy theories, man. And, you know, who knows what's going on with these people? But I don't know. That's a ridiculous statement by LeBron. It ain't going to happen next.
Let me just ask you guys this though: wasn't he that big in high school?
When you see, go back and look.
When you say
LeBron.
big, no,
What-
when you say big, are you talking about height or are you talking
He
about
was taller than all the other kids, yeah. But go look at those. He was
He was
skinny kid when he was in high school. Skinnier.
He was around
I really
230.
don't remember.
He was
Hold
big.
on.
He was bigger. He's a larger human being there, but he wasn't cut like he is now. But he was definitely
Yes, he
like
was.
you,
Yes, he
you
was.
see that not like he is now. I'm saying
No,
he
not
was
now,
cut.
no. I'm saying
Yeah.
for a 17, 16,
Yes.
17, 18-year-old, he was well defined, had the tattoos, had to have the little.
But it looks like a 35-year-old was playing with high school kids. Like, you know, you see them 7 and 8 foot kids nowadays playing in high school, and you're like, what the fuck is that kid? But he's 14. Yeah. So yeah, he was always a little bigger. So he had a size advantage back then, but he was just blowing through people anyway, too. I mean, no one was going to guard him. But I give him credit because, you know, there's a lot of kids that come out of high school with bigger size, with tons of more talent. They dominate, and it's a different game in college because then you got a bunch of kids that were the big guy.
I'm telling you, I saw LeBron in person in high school when they came down to Trenton in Jersey, and what you see right there is pretty much what you were seeing. That is not a little kid, man. That is not.
No.
That is a man child. That's the definition of a man child. Look at his physique. He was well built and well defined. And then on top of that, what a lot of people don't realize, he was a prolific football player. He really was gifted as a football player. And he played wide receiver, kind of like like the flex tight end that we see now. And he could have done very well as a football player. But he chose I think his junior and his senior year to focus strictly on basketball.
So this is him in football.
Mm-hmm.
So I want to find. No,
There's a video of him too that you'll see that's the video too. If you play different, he's running a pattern, catches a ball, and the little defensive back is trying to tackle him. Like you see, he's. Go ahead.
no, I'm like I don't remember.
Looks like a 35-year-old guy. Who was that? Randall Cunningham in his last year with the Eagles or something? My goodness. He looks like he's 40. And now he's got the hairline that makes him look like he's 60.
Mm-hmm.
He needs to shave it bald, man. Mike did. He's trying to be like Mike, so it's about time it's to shave it bald. So
Like
I mean,
Kevin Durant.
KD should have shaved it a while back.
Oh yeah.
Should we talk about the summer league? Who was it? The Charlotte Hornets? Didn't they win the summer league?
Charlotte Hornets won the summer league with Kyle Filipowski.
Filipowski. Come on, get the Pollock name right.
Yeah.
Get it right for us
Well, he
Hunkies.
won MVP.
Filipowski. He did win MVP. Yes.
Wow, you're teaching me something new. I never knew it was an MVP of the
There's
summer
the summer
league.
league MVP. Yeah. It started
Yeah.
a couple years ago. I think Lonzo won it a couple years
Hey,
ago.
soon we'll have the in-season tournament.
Yeah. But yeah, shout out to him. I mean, he's gonna kill it over there in Utah this year. Him, marketing, Ace Bailey, Ace Bailey over there. So yeah, sweet. I love it. Yeah. And then the Warriors actually wanted Bradley Beal. They wanted him. I was like, hey, that would have been better fit than the Clippers.
I think the Warriors are another one. Like I was talking about we were talking about the Clippers not really making any big moves. Like the only way I can see that the stagnant offseason of the Warriors makes sense if they're going to say, Kuminga, there's a reason we didn't get rid of you. Show us what you got. This is your year, and let him kind of step up as that 2 guy or 3 guy, whatever he wants to be down there. I mean, they're another one of those teams that, could compete with the talent that they have. And they have young and old talent, and arguably, just like we talked with the Sixers, if that, that team that they have, I mean, Hield's still there, right?
Yeah, I think so. I think.
I mean, they still have Jimmy Butler, right? And like they still have Draymond Green, right? I mean, it's like that team starts playing well. That's a pretty damn good team. They got some young, Podziemski and some of those young kids. If they say, Kuminga, you are the reason we didn't go get somebody. We could have dealt you for a lot, which a lot of teams know, but we're going to keep you. This is, I don't know. This is just me speculating, but that's the only thing that makes sense because they didn't do anything. What did they do?
Yeah.
Where are they also in terms of the aprons? So, you see, and that's the other thing. Nowadays, I mean, sometimes we could say they such and such didn't do it, but it's also about the apron because the rules. Sometimes you have to do dollar for dollar in terms of trades and in terms of signing players. So it's not just looking at they didn't do anything. You got to look at their roster and their.
Well, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. They could have. I mean, they could have dealt Kuminga. Is my point. Because there's a lot of teams that wanted him. A lot of people are saying maybe he needs to go somewhere else. And it's been a big question mark. Why hasn't he gotten the time to be the star he might be in there? He never really gets the time. I mean, I know he's had been banged up here and there, but when you're looking at Curry, Podziemski, Hield, Butler, Green, that's a solid starting lineup. Where does Kuminga fit? That's my question. Like, are they going to give him a little more leeway? And I hope they do because I like the kid. I love his game. And I think if they don't do something with him, now he's in a Dame, Bucks, Giannis wasting away because he's not doing anything for them. I just want to see more of him. That's all.
Mm-hmm. No, I'm with you there.
Well, Kuminga is not interested in being a secondary option. So there we go.
He's not a starter, so I don't know what they're doing with him then. That's my point. It's a big question mark in Golden State is my point. And they were going to try to bring Beal into that.
Yeah, the Suns and Kings want Kuminga.
I heard Nets. I heard there was a bunch of teams that I've heard that Kuminga could have been someone to go to or possibly.
Speaking of Nets, actually, they offered Cam Thomas a 2-year deal with a player option. I don't know if he's taking that because I heard Pistons might want to take a grab at him.
I heard last night Leaf had said that he's asking for $30 a year, which is why the Nets haven't signed him. And we're like,
30?
At 30? I mean, I know he's giving you 24 a game, but he doesn't play great defense. So,
I'll give him 18.
No, I mean, I can see you give him 22, 18 and 22. But realistically, 22, 23. Again, he's giving you 24 points a game. So at least he's giving you offense. So,
yeah.
Financially, you can see, but 30, I was like, that's.
Jay goes, Kuminga gets out on my Lakers. Plenty of holes. Yeah. Oh, there goes Blaze. So, Rios, tell me, what do you think about Kuminga then?
Like the rest of you guys, I am confused on what are the Warriors trying to do? Like, you guys trying to compete this year? Like, I don't think they're at the second apron, so they have the space to make it. You have a guy that's clearly not happy with his role, taking up a roster spot, taking up salary. Like, trade him. Like, I don't see what the hold of it.
No, years ago, I would say just build around Curry and Kuminga. Let Draymond Green walk, but obviously they're not going to go that route.
No.
Kuminga is the future that if they build around him correctly, but he doesn't want to be the second option. So for me, I'm like, who can take
That right there, I have an issue with because you got Curry. I'm sorry, you have to mentally say right now, as long as Curry is here, I'm the second option. There is no
realistically third because Jimmy Buckets is out there.
Yep.
Jimmy Butler third. Yeah.
Yeah. True.
That's the thing. It's like, where does he fit? And if he does, that could be even more dangerous team.
But it also goes back to Blaze. If you trade him, because of where they are in terms of the apron, they literally have to take back dollar for dollar. So instead of just trade him for draft picks, you got to get my understanding. I mean, somebody tell me if I'm wrong. That they have to get back dollar for dollar or in close proximity. It can't be a big.
Can't be lopsided.
Yeah, it can't be lopsided. You have to literally. So that means, if you're going to pay him 30 million, 40 million, you're getting somebody who's coming back on a bad contract, who you're going to justify bringing that type of a person back. So I don't know. I don't know. Somebody just tell me their salary cap situation, because that's the first thing nowadays that I look at when people start talking trades. I'm like, what's the team salary cap situation? That's the first thing, because right now, are you under the first apron, then you can literally do anything. If you're close to the second, it's like, if you're over the second,
You're in trouble.
Yeah.
So
So I'm looking at all the teams right now. Where would Kuminga fit? Orlando, or no, they got Bancaro. Maybe the Hornets.
I mean, he be the first option on bad teams. Let's be real.
Yeah, right. That's what I'm looking
at.
at. That is what I'm looking at. Not even Utah. That's marketing.
But you also have to take back money, though. That's the thing I'm getting at. So if you send him to a bad team like the Hornets, then literally that means LaMelo is gone.
Yeah.
Because who else has a big contract on Charlotte?
Well, didn't LaMelo just get extended?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So it's got to be him. I think it's only him.
That's
unless I'm forgetting somebody.
This new apron stuff is like, it changes the whole ball game.
It changes the landscape, yeah.
Yeah, so it's like, I get what Blaze is saying about Kuminga, because I agree with you. Normally, I would say just trade him, get something for him. But now it's like, well, first of all, it has to be a signing trade. So if it's a signing trade, what are you going to pay him? Where is Golden State? If you're telling me they're close to the first apron or under the first apron, then I think they could go ahead and do that. But if I'm under, you got Draymond and you got Curry, so that's right there. It's going to push you to the second.
Yeah, I think they're close to the second because you got Draymond, you got Curry, and Jimmy Butler's
contract.
And
Jimmy Butler, exactly. So it's like, wow.
I'm trying to, I think he's stuck. Honestly, he's got to be there. Warriors, and you have Curry and Draymond. You're automatically in the top 5 or 6.
I mean, that might have been the exact case, like Coach is saying. The reason that Kuminga didn't go anywhere else is that they couldn't find a good offer that made sense, that monetarily and physically within the players' rosters and the money that they got didn't make sense. They couldn't find a fitting suitor on the other side that had an offer that would work for that team because of the way it's structured. And I get that. It's just, I'm back to the same, I want to see him either get a shot there or find a way to get somewhere else so we can see if this kid's got it or not.
I just think I got maybe Miami, because I've been hearing Miami a lot.
Okay.
A lot. I know you got Bam.
But you also have a few other money players here too, so right?
Yeah, I'm looking.
Yeah, Hero. You have Tyler Hero.
Miami got Hero, Bam,
Jaquez, whatever his name is.
Jaquez. Norman Powell's there. You got Wiggins. So
makes sense, man. Yeah.
Right now they got Bam at the 4 and Kel'el Ware at the 5. So I can see maybe if Kuminga goes there, put Bam at the 5, move Kel'el Ware and put Kuminga there. That's only one. That's the only thing I can think of. It's Miami.
No, you're right. It makes sense there. Money would add up, and you just wouldn't get draft picks if that's what you're looking for. Phoenix, you said, now it makes sense with Phoenix, though. They want to, because then you can use Kuminga to send him over with Bradley Beal until the buyout. So,
yeah, I mean, Blaze, did you hear me? Miami. I think.
Well, the ones I keep seeing are Suns, Kings, Heat, Bulls.
The Bulls are. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, they need some. Don't they still have Vucevic, or he's gone?
I think he's gone. I forget where he went.
Let me see. I'm looking it up right now. Vucevic is still there. So
Oh, he is?
their starting five is Josh Giddey, Kobe White, Dosamnu, Buzelis, and Vucevic. That's their starting five.
He could probably be the best player on our roster because
Yeah, I'm just interested to see how that's going to pan out there with Kuminga. That's all. I mean, it's just it's been that way for the past couple years. It's like, are they going to give him a chance this year? Are they going to give him a chance this year? And it's like, okay, maybe, or maybe he just doesn't have it. Maybe he's not as great as we thought he could be, and that's why he's not getting the time. I don't know. We'll find out.
Yeah, they got to move from the Duncan Robinson contract. Yeah, Bogues won't for anything. I'm tired of talking about the Bulls. I'm done with the Bulls. It's just like they're done. They're done, in my opinion.
Elijah Arenas is out 6 to 8 months with knee surgery.
Wait, who?
Elijah Arenas, Gilbert Arenas' son at USC.
Oh yeah, I heard about that. Yeah,
Oh, okay.
that sucks.
Yeah.
He had such great potential too. Damn. All right, guys. So that's gonna be the pick and roll. Yeah, David. R.I.P. to Hulk Hogan, man. R.I.P. Crazy. Ozzy Osbourne, now Hulk. Yeah. If you guys got anything to say about Hulk Hogan or?
And Theo Huxtable too. There's all three celebrities as it comes in threes. There's two more that died today too, but I didn't know the other two.
Oh, the one musician, I forgot his name.
Chuck Mangione.
Yeah, Chuck Mangione.
Yeah, my dad was freaking out over that one.
Hey, listen, I got a, it's kind of a hot take on these types of subjects, and this is just me personally. It's no disrespect. I would never disrespect the dead or their families. I have full respect and thoughts and prayers to all the families affected by people that have lost someone. But to me, part of me says I'm thankful it's no one I know personally. Like I keep it into perspective. Celebrities, sports athletes, movie stars. I keep the fine line. There's no worship coming for me. I love sports. I love comedians. I love athletes. But I never put them on a pedestal above like my loved ones, my family, my mother, my father. That, it's like, I get it. People get upset, but some people get way too upset about a celebrity dying like they knew them. It's like their whole world crushes. Like people, I get being emotionally like back when Michael Jackson or Prince died, their music hits you. It's been your whole life and stuff like that. When your favorite actor dies or something like that, it's okay to mourn. It's okay to be bad, but it could be worse. It's not your mother, your father, your son, your sister, your brother. That's my point. It's like, let's be real. We honor them, their lives, but they live. Like when Betty White died and she was 99, I was on a live stream and people were so whoa. And I'm like, listen, she had a great damn life, man. 99 years being famous. Come on. I'll take that shit. She was funny. She was famous. She had money. It's like 99 years is great. So yes, we mourn these people that die, but let's keep it into perspective. Go hug your loved ones. Use it as that type of motivation too. You never know when you're going to lose your loved ones. That's a lot worse than losing being a fan of a wrestler or an actor or a musician. I think that's the lesson I want to tell people. If I have a platform to preach to people that are out there, that's what I want people to say. Go hug and kiss your loved one because you never know when you're going to lose them. And it is a sad day when people lose a loved one.
You're right, Blaze, in what you're saying. So yes, your family priority.
What comes first?
But I will say this in terms of like Theo Huxtable or Malcolm Jamal Warner, because
that was an accident. That was a freak accident. Young man, way too young.
He also touched a lot for someone like me. Literally, I'm only 4 years older than him. I literally grew up with him, and what he brought in terms of as a minority actor, it opened up and it showed a lot more, and it gave a different sense of pride. So yes, you're right. But it's like, it depends on who they are and what they meant to you in socially to what you went through in life. So,
and go watch some of his videos that Theo Huxtable, the guy, did. He has some very heartfelt videos that he does about life and things like that. So and you talk about, like I said to a friend just a little earlier today, Ozzy and Hulk Hogan. When I was a kid, you think of metal music or wrestling, those are the two names that come up. Don't get me wrong, I'm not downplaying anyone's death or the importance of some of these famous people that have led us through our lives. Like I was sitting here the other day and they were showing like Aaron Rodgers for the first time in a Steeler uniform, and this guy, and here's Jalen Ramsey, and here's this guy. And I'm like 10 years older than all them dudes. Like it puts it into perspective. But I was like, wow, it's my time that I have these platforms like where we have this. I want to be able to spread positivity. Like, yes, we bring up when famous people die, but I want something positive to come out of that. Like if it means you go hug your dad and then, you might lose him in the next year and you're thankful because you're like, hey, remember when Ozzy died and I got real emotional? I went and hugged my dad and I lost my dad. I'm really glad I did that. The real life connections you have with your family, your friends. And I want to just say one last thing. I don't want to go too far off. I always said when I started doing this on the internet that you can't make a real life connection with someone you never looked them really in the eye or shook their hand or hugged them. I was completely wrong. Like I've made some really great, the guys at the Hardcore Sports Network, you guys, all our people, I don't even like calling them fans because I would think that I'm not trying to demean you guys. You people are part of the show in the chat. You're with us if there was nobody here for every pick and roll show, it wouldn't be here anymore. If we did 20 shows, like me and Mitch would have talked after 20 shows, we got nobody watching. Let's do something else, So we thank you. We appreciate you. Like if we were to hear that someone that's in our live streams had passed, yes, we would spend a lot more time on it. This is just a little end of the thing that I want to tell people while I'm on this earth and have a time to do it. Don't put your celebrity crushes, your fandom above real life. That's my point. That's it. God bless you all.
Yep. Well said, Blaze. Make sure you guys hit that like, hit that subscribe, hit that notification bell. We got a lot of stuff coming up in the Hardcore Sports Network pipeline. With that being said, guys, we'll catch you all next week, man. Appreciate everyone's support. Peace.